My ancestors, my father's ancestor, we usually get our heritage through our mothers. But my mother family left the people a long time ago, so she does not recognize much of her family. But my father's family his mother was Minnie Boggs, and her family came from John O. Boggs, one of the headmen of the Cherokee Nation, and his ancestor was Nanyehi and Dragon Canoe. Nanyehi was a woman, a beloved woman. In other words, she was not only a warrior, but she was a peacemaker. When her husband and father were killed in battle with the Creeks, she took up the weapons and led the people to victory because they were running away, and she didn't think that was the right thing. So they made her an honorable. She was even on the tribal council, and so that was my father's ancestor, Nanyehi, or Nancy Ward, as she became later known. She married a Caucasian person and became a peacemaker between the settlers and the Cherokee people. And she also made peace with the Creeks, who they were at war with at one time. My wife is Sharon Kitchen. She comes from the Eastern Band of Cherokee, and I will let you tell about yourself and your regalia. My regalia is a little more modern, and hers is more traditional. Mine has usually I would wear a feather on my hat, but I don't wear it because there are a lot of laws nowadays that federally protect the predators, like hawks and eagles and things. So we have to be careful not to carry our feathers so that we don't break any laws. Okay.
I have a lot of laws. The drum I was playing is a cedar flute. It's one of the last handmade cedar flutes around. A fellow down in Florida, as a matter of fact, made it in with deerskin hide. And it has to be made all by hand, burn out, the old-fashioned, old way, especially if you're going to play it in any kind of ceremony. The women can play a handheld ceremonial drum. The men, however, for our nation, I'm going to speak up only of our nation, which is the Cherokee Nation, although we're in Seminole land right now, which is okay. I was raised in Florida, grew up in Florida. So my family, my adopted family was kind of interesting. He loved football, and he was a Florida Gator. One of the first ones back when, he graduated from Florida before he went to World War II.
I think they want you to use the mic.
Oh, I can speak louder.
Oh, yeah.
I can speak louder. But anyway, and I always asked him, I said, he had a nice picture done of him. All quarterbacks have their pictures, And I said, where's your football outfit? And you only have a little hat on. And he says, that's all we had back then. Anyway, but I'll talk about my birth parents now. Born up in North Carolina, in Cherokee, what we call the res. It's not a res. We had to buy the property back 3 times from the U.S. federal government. So we leave the sign up there because tourists are used to seeing reservations and think it's really neat, but it's not. Hate to say that to everybody, oh darn, talking about a reservation. No. And they have their own companies where they bottle their own water, so when you go up there or take trips, or not your parents, but your children or whoever goes up and they think they're on the reservation, buy the water. It's really great. It's from the river there, and it's also native owned. Now I tell my boss at work, he keeps getting fooled. He goes on what's called the strip in Cherokee. And I said, and he comes home and he says, well, I got this really neat item, but I turned it on the back and it said made in China. I said, well, that's because I told you not to go down the same road that you keep going down. I said, that's for all the tourists to get had. That's not Cherokee owned. That's not native owned. That's not our land. Our land is made in several different hills and mountains around there. And you'll know you're at the right place if you see a tag in the store. A native owned store will say, native owned. He can't seem to understand that, so he keeps coming back with stuff that, Anyway, now when a young girl or boy, again of our nation, Cherokee Nation, wants to come out, what we say, have a coming out, much like teenagers would have a coming out. But they can be any age. They can be a toddler. They can be a year and a half. As long as they can walk, they can have a coming out ceremony. The only thing is, they have to make everything. You're allowed in.
If someone can video for me, I can get it. Thank you.
Okay, I'll talk about.
No, Mike.
She went to go get one.
Can you hear me?
Oh, okay.
Oh, you can't
Can
hear
you hear me
when-
now?
Okay.
Is this better? That's better?
She went to go get a microphone.
I got you. I got you. Just a minute.
We'll do that.
She's not the only one in this whole place who knows where they are.
Well, she's getting the microphone. Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
I heard, I don't know if it's correct, that the Seminole Indians of Florida and the Timucuan Indians of Florida, the remnants of those two tribes, formed part of the Cherokee Nation, or migrated up there. Is any of that true?
No.
Okay.
No.
Where did the Cherokee
You wanna-
originally come from?
Cherokee went as far as Kentucky, all the way to Stone Mountain, Georgia.
They, our boundary line ended about halfway through the middle of Georgia, and then the rest was creek from there. And then down here was Seminole.
Is this better? Okay, here we go. Okay, Sharon's my name. My husband's Dave. And I'm going to explain this. Every child, all the way through elder, if they come out to the ring, which is called a powwow, is circular, and if you go out there, it's like going in a horse field, only bigger. And so when he sings, he can sing really loud. He doesn't really need a microphone. He might use it tonight. But you have to be prepared for anything. And each kid and or person has to explain what they have on. They can't go down to a local Walmart and buy their stuff. Doesn't happen. If they can't make it for any reason, someone in their family or relative has to make something that they want for their clothing. So when my son wanted to come out, he wanted to have a turkey back, the wings and the back and the tail all hooked together. He knew how to do the wings. He knew how to cure them and get them right, but he didn't want that. He wanted the whole kit and caboodle on his back. So he had to turn to another nation, another fellow who was the head of a drum, and he made it for him. So in other words, everything is made. He wanted to have deer toes for rattles, so when he danced, they would make noise every time his foot hit. Well, he had to learn the right way to hunt a deer, the right way to kill a deer, the right way to skin the deer, the right way to use the toes. Not just, I want some toes. No, didn't work that way. So, along with this fan that I carry, this is called an honor fan. All women usually have a fan of some sort. It may look different, but they'll have a fan. And they have to carry it on their side. They have to know how it was made. The other two, the young lady that made these is Missy Crow up on the Cherokee Reservation. The other two were in a museum. When she made three, she brought them out. She goes, "Do you think these are any good?" "I don't know. I think I need to work on that a little bit." I said, "I don't know, but I want the one with the purple bead in the center. Yeah, and what you do with the other two, I don't really, but I want that one." Well, Smithsonian saw them and said, "We want the other two." So I said, "Yeah, Missy, I think they were good." A lady from Taos, Mexico, made my dress. And on the dress, you'll notice there's diamonds. Okay? That stands for the Trail of Tears. When the Cherokee were forcefully removed from North Carolina and Georgia, they weren't allowed to stay in Georgia either, although some hid. Some of them managed to stay there until 1999. But anyway, they were removed at gunpoint during winter. 4,000 died. The diamond represents the tears that were shed for the people that died. Now, when they died, they weren't allowed to bury them. They just dropped dead and kept on going because they had soldiers behind them with bayonets in their back. So a lot of times, even the African American people would go with us, and they experienced the same problem. They got to Oklahoma. Now, what's cute about this? Most people don't know this about Cherokee Nation. They knew this was going to happen. You could tell. People wanted land. Then they found gold. Oh, heaven forbid. So, when they found gold, which is called Dahlonega, after Dahlonega, Georgia, they said, oh, this is nice, we need this. So they, got everybody donned it because they had to have it. And now I don't know why they put it on the state capitol, beats me. But you can't make good decisions if you put something on your capitol that people died for. But anyway, they have it on their capitol. So, anyway, on with the Trail of Tears. Now, as they passed the corn shrunk. This is the story on how it goes. So, on my regalia again, I have a corn bead necklace. The corn is very tiny. It's not the usual size of a corn. The beaded area that I have is called a bow tie. It's not a necklace. People think it's a necklace. I did until I was about 16, because I didn't know. I was adopted out. I had no idea. I thought, well, this is a nice necklace. And I was trying to find the history about it. Well, the Thunderbird represents the Thunderbird clan. I'm Bird clan. So when he married me, whatever clan he might have been, too bad, he joined mine. Okay. Because the women rule in the Cherokee Nation. Yeah, women rule. And if he was like playing a flute outside my lodge, not a teepee. A teepee is Hollywood. Just forget that. That's called a lodge. And if he were playing, we had cabins though. We were really with it. We had cabins. We didn't have lodges. So plus we stayed where we did farming. So we weren't out following the Tatanka. We weren't following him, the buffalo. But if he were to show up, say he wanted to court me, and he played his flute, and I was just not interested, whatever. I mean, he could have played until the cows came home. I wasn't going to come out. So if I didn't come out, that meant he needed to go away and find somebody else to court. Now, if for some reason I just fell head over heels for him, I'd come out, we'd get married. Well, the shawl opens up really wide. We would get married and the shawl would be wrapped around us. And that would mean, you're hitched. There's, that was a ceremony. That's it. We didn't have to go down and pay a county magistrate. We didn't have to have this fine wedding with lace. No. Just had to have a shawl. Now, if for some reason after we were married, he did something I just did not like. Now, it had to be reasonable. It had to be something really bad. And I just couldn't handle it. Being married, I told you have to be careful about these things. Guys have to tiptoe a little bit. Anyway, woman is usually very quiet. And when something bad really happens, we're still pretty quiet sometimes. But what would happen, to let him know that he did not need to come on in the house, it was not okay to come in the house, was his shoes would be put outside the front door. That meant, go away, do not come back. That's what that meant. So there was no divorce court. Didn't need one. Yeah, we already had the court. Shoes were outside the house. And then you go find somebody else and play a flute and see if they go for it. Okay, so that's how it would go as far as the women. Usually it's not that drastic, it doesn't happen that often, but it would. And that's the kind of course it would take. And there was no people getting upset, no judge having to intervene, and none of that stuff that goes on today. Now, we handle it pretty quick. One thing, when I go to fourth graders, one of the things I tell them, because they'll ask me, the cute kids are really cute. They'll say, well, what's different now than it was way back